Welcome back to Time Out with Sports Adda. What a game we've had. Rajasthan Royals defending this small total. When we said that there is something out there for the bowlers, I think they took it too seriously. And RCB just maintaining their brilliant form with the bat and consistently performing excellently below par.
Terribly.
Salil,
You could only expect this from an RCB, Yash. I mean, they had it
sad,
coming,
very sad.
and like we spoke about in our mid-match sessions and the predictions that they can totally chase this if they don't lose the wickets. They should have
Yes,
gauged that with the way they got the Rajasthan batters out, including Josh Butler, who's in some sublime form. So clearly, their bowlers were not going to make it easy for RCB to just tap around and run those few runs. I mean, apart from those few boundaries that Faf hit in the start, they didn't really have a chance against the new ball
yeah,
because all the Rajasthan bowlers, including Trent Bolt, Prasidh Krishna, especially, I think was fantastic, being very brave and hitting the deck hard, bowling those hard lengths. Very, very difficult for RCB to go out. And then all those reckless shots played by them, just handing over the game to Rajasthan. Clearly, it looks like something that you could expect only an RCB to lose this
yes,
game, and then they kind
yes.
of did it.
Oh, absolutely. Bhavik, if we can have a look at the scorecard, nothing much going on for RCB out there. If you look at the top score, I think it was Faf du Plessis who scored 20 odd runs. So, what do you have to say
Yeah, that's
about
the top score.
their exactly?
Of course, very, very disappointing. But didn't we speak about the fact that this is the finest bowling attacks in this season? Yuzvendra Chahal, Ravi Ashwin. I'm sure we don't have Yuzi's name and Prasidh Krishna's name here, but very impressive Kuldeep Sen and the master, the miser spinner Ravi Ashwin again coming to the party. I feel he was a certain difference and. He's just proving that age is just a number, and he's delivering it again and again, match after match. So yes, paltry total 115. uh, Difficult pill to swallow for Bangalore fans. It's just that they've bowled out for the lowest total in the previous game, and now
Yeah,
they've been now they are a team who has been they're a team which has defended the lowest total against. So worrisome factor for the team.
Yeah.
absolutely. So, Salil, what is going wrong for RCB? Their batting is the backbone of the team, as we have been speaking throughout these years. RCB batting with the Gales, the AB de Villiers, and even Virat Kohli here, but no one really firing in this year's IPL as with the bat, and that's the struggle that they're facing. Do you think?
Well, absolutely. If you see, they've got all the games that they wanted. They've been in good situations and they've lost those games. The ones that they've won are won by their low middle order and by the
Yeah,
exploits of DK. But
yeah,
clearly, that doesn't seem to be the situation in this match and the previous match. All that form of DK that we are talking about, and which he's been absolutely brilliant. Nothing taking him away from that, but yeah, it's not showing any kind of fruit. So you have a Virat Kohli who has scored 600, 700, 900 runs in the past, and scoring not more than 130 runs now at the end of his eighth game, and not
yeah,
finding form
exactly.
whatsoever, hitting just a couple of boundaries, one of them being scrappy. They clearly have a lot of confidence. They, they really need a big boost of confidence in their side. Maybe some counseling. I really don't know where they are going with this because they have all the talent in the world, but it doesn't seem to fire. So what's the reason for this? Are we thinking that you need to maybe rest a Kohli for a few matches? You
How
never
much
know.
more?
You never know because this is franchise cricket. We are not playing for India here. Like emotions aside, you want to really keep a Virat Kohli in the team with all whatever he's done for the Indian team. But given the form that you're having, do you really think that somebody would perform? If you ask a cricket pundit who's not on camera, he'd clearly say, "I'm not picking this guy up. I don't think he's citing it as well as he used to. Maybe he's not in the frame of mind. A lot of things have happened over the past 6 months, which can really dent your image for yourself, and you start doubting yourself. This could be the situation. We all know what's happened in the background. So I mean, there are a lot of things, and plus, the tag
Maybe.
of being one of those extremely popular
Best batsman
sides,
in the world.
maybe after, those top three sides which may which will always have a crowd following. There's always that emotional feel that they have. They've had a Chris Gale, they've had a ABD, all these players that have won hearts all over the world has been, and Virat Kohli obviously. But that clearly doesn't seem to be working. Faf trying to do his best, trying to shield and accommodate that, but that's not helping. Number two, number three being a very big issue for an RCB. And if you're playing on these subcontinent wickets and you don't have a very good number two, number three, and number four and number five performing, it looks very, very difficult. You can't always leave
Yes,
it to
yes,
a DK in the last 5 overs when you really, you've wasted your 15 overs of batting that you had. So I think really it's a problem of their batting and maybe a little bit of their bowling. Harshal Patel's not been as
agree.
effective as he was last year. Siraj not being, going at more than 9 runs an over in the entire tournament, not taking more than more number of wickets than the matches that he's played. So that's for
It's
people
sad,
who
yeah.
have the tag of playing for the country are not really performing. So and this tournament really looks like the tournament of the youngsters. They're coming, the Prasidh Krishna, they're just coming, banging it short, not worrying about who you are and getting you out. So clearly the tables turning, or
Yeah,
you can see the planets have realigned. And if somebody wants to be in business, you have to really work hard and get those runs on the board.
but But Sahil, who else can you put in the middle order? You've got a Glenn Maxwell, he's a champion. You've got Virat Kohli. You've got all the big names in the team. Who else would you want to play here? Because there is no excuse as a coach. The coach can't do much here, given you've got DK. You've got all the big names in the team, and still no performance. So it's very sad, but it's true with RCB. What's
So you can
happening
get
all
a
over
DK
again?
up the order. You can get a DK up the order. You can push Maxi to number three. You can give DK all the time. Since you're experimenting and you're not winning in your existing combination, you might as well try with whatever you have. So you give your best
Maybe.
batsman, a little more time in the middle. Maybe it might help. Maybe at a number three. Maybe Rajat Patidar coming a little lower, and maybe that's a kind of hole that they've got along with Virat Kohli right now. But
It's a risk they have
sometimes
to
too
take.
many
So
holes to
yeah,
fill, yeah, too many holes to fill might not really give them you know, the winning combination. Maybe one or two
absolutely.
players, not three or four.
Just picking up from there, while even after the auctions, what we saw there was a very strong 11, very strong playing 11.
Yeah,
But then again, if we have to trust the bench strength, RCB had that, the loopholes which Salil Bhai just mentioned.
yeah, they did. They did. Yeah.
Even
So we made a
even for a single replacement, you have a Sherf and Rutherford for Maxwell. I mean, he's not even in
yes,
the playing
Not even
11
a
for
like to
the
like
Windies.
match.
Not even David Willey, not in the playing 11 for England. So I mean,
yeah.
auction table is plays a major role when it's the first season.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about out there because we made predictions
Yeah.
about RCB winning. We made predictions about such an easy chase for them, given that the momentum was with them. They bowled so well, everything was in their favor. But then again, RR showing their masterclass, their experience with the inexperienced captain Sanju Samson. We also made a few predictions, Salil and Bhavik. If you can have a look at the results as to who got what right.
Oh.
Bhavik
Woohoo!
camouflaging
Wow,
with
didn't
that
expect
T-shirt
that.
that he's worn. My God.
I
a,
But in
a,
all,
rare, a rare
usually
sight, a
call
rare
it
sight.
very
brilliantly.
rare, very rare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is rare,
This is very
but we
rare,
don't
yeah.
mind this. We don't mind
Remind this,
this.
yes.
Well
Woohoo,
done.
But
Salil, well done.
But still a long way to match the numbers that I've reached. So yeah.
Excellent, excellent,
all
excellent.
right, we
So
have more
thank
than a
you.
month left.
Yes, we have a month. We have a lot of matches left. So hopefully, Bhavik, you can just keep maintaining that momentum that you've got. And Salil and I will try to get as close as we can because you're the sure shot match winner in all the games that have happened. So brilliant. Thank you so much, guys. Our experts were completely, cleaned up by this brilliant bowling performance from Rajasthan and some brilliant batting by that one man from the Royals. That's Riyan Parag. So you need to give him credit. He was under a lot of scrutiny. So Bhavik, I'll ask you one
Absolutely.
last question before we go. Is this the best way someone can silence their critics?
Well, every year he's been playing this one inning under pressure
Yeah,
when, the
That
top
keeps him in
order
the side.
fails miserably. So yeah, I mean, Riyan Parag does his job well, but at the same time, he's a very important member in the fielding unit. You look at the catches that he's taking; it's so much ease, and also the Shahbaz Ahmed's catch that he took. It was a running catch, a
Yeah,
difficult catch, but again, he made it look so easy. And I really feel
yeah.
that was the turning point of this game. Even though they've lost, around 5 to 6 wickets, but then again, Shahbaz and DK might have just, try and build a partnership
Taken the
like
game
they've
inside.
done in the past. But yes, Riyan Parag, it was his day today. I guess 4 catches for him.
Yeah,
Four,
Yeah,
I
four
guess
around four
four,
catches.
catches. Yeah,
four, four catches, yes, and
Four
a
catches.
solid 50 to nullify all the memes. So yeah, a good day for Riyan Parag. I
yes,
guess
silencing the critics.
आज राजस्थान रॉयल्स का सोशल मीडिया ज्यादा ही बजिंग होगा.
They
Like
keep
always.
talking.
But yeah,
Yeah, like always. Yeah, it doesn't matter if
Like
they win, they lose.
always,
Rajasthan always wear it like a,
definitely.
on the chest that they are the inaugural winners of the IPL. So they have that on their plate, and
8
RCB
matches down
haven't.
and they're top of the table. So, and
Yes,
that's a good sign. Dislodging
Great
Gujarat on
sign,
the top
great
of
sign.
the net run rate. I think it's brilliant at the top there. So, I think a lot of work to do for a few sides to get in the top four, like Delhi and KKR and the
Punjab.
Punjab maybe.
चेन्नई
Yeah,
को
those four
चेन्नई को
sides.
भी कुछ बोल दो, चेन्नई को भी थोड़ा बोल दो
Nahin,
कुछ.
nahin, no chance. I doubt it. I don't think they can do 7 matches in a row. They don't have the side to do that. They don't have the side. Neither do Mumbai have the side. Maybe they'll win a few matches, 3 or 4 matches, but they are not going to really rattle a good
And
teams.
just
If they're up
maybe
against the
drag down,
Rajasthan or the
maybe drag
Gujrats,
down
they'll win.
someone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can. They
Spoil
can
the party.
definitely. They'll
Yeah,
drag
yeah.
down RCB like every year.
Excellent. On that brilliant and funny
And
note,
Punjab.
let's end this show. Thank you, Salil. Thank you, Bhavik, for joining with me. This was
Thanks.
Time Out with Sports Adda. Have a great night.
Thanks.